Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Greta and I like to talk about perfumes. If that's something that you enjoy, go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Today's video is a fun one because I love these top 10 videos and I know you do too because they're fun, right? Let's admit it. They're just fun to watch. So I have, sorry guys, Girly and Flirty Fragrances. So these are my 10 that I picked. And you know, there's certain houses I could pick more than one from, of course. So I tried to limit to one for a house, fragrance house. But I also have them all over the financial spectrum. I have them for like $30 all the way up to like $700. So it's all up to you. And I do think that this is one of those categories that you don't have to spend as much money to have a really good fragrance. There are some categories that I'm gonna say, you're gonna need good quality, but this is not one of them. I think you can, these types of notes and ingredients, you can totally, you don't have to spend a lot of money. So let's get started with this one. First one I have here is House of Sillage, Love is in the Air. This is one where you could use a polish, huh? Sorry, guys. Yikes. Little fingerprints and dust there. I really like this one. It looks, the juice is hard to tell, but it's in like a blue glass on the bottom with the Swarovski crystals. But this one is from 2012 already. Wow. And it is by Mark Buxton is the nose. The top notes are plum, citruses, orange, and green notes, with middle notes of rose, jasmine, and cedar, and a base of patchouli white musk. And of course, it has that beautiful, creamy, girly DNA that House of Sillage is known for. This is just one that I really like. It's kind of a sweet, girly fragrance, but not too immature. It's a fun one, and it's really well liked. Let's be honest, guys love sweet stuff. They do. They're suckers for sweet stuff on girls. The next one I have has also been really popular in the compliment section. Whenever I've worn it, I've had guys come up to me and ask for the details, where I can buy it, because they want to get it for their wife or girlfriend. And that's Tiziana Terenzi's Kurka. Kurka is from 2015, obviously from Paolo Terenzi. This is a fruity one that I like to compare to Livius Bell because, not because they're a dupe, but because there's some prominent notes in common. So there is a top note of passion fruit, peach, pear, raspberry, cassis, and sand. Middle notes of lily of the valley, and base notes of a musk vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, and heliotrope. Gives it that creaminess. So it stays like a sweet, fruity, floral, creamy fragrance that lasts. This is a beast, and this will project. I've done outdoor sports where the guys were at a big distance from me, and they were like, yeah, we still smell you at the end of this 8-hour day. So they were still bewitched. So it definitely has the sillage and the longevity here for sure. Next up, I haven't really talked about this one too much, so I wanted to give her fair time in the sun. And that is, let's fix you up, doll, by Xerjoff, and it's Dama Bianca. I haven't given her much attention on the videos, so I didn't want you to think I didn't like her. This one's a beautiful, like, vanilla musk. Dama Bianca is from 2002. It is in this Casamorati line. It's definitely reasonable. I think like $85, I'm gonna say. Somewhere $80 to $90 you can find this. So it's really not totally expensive. And let's see, we have top notes of kumquat and lime, so it does have a citrus opening. Middle notes are Italian iris, violet, which is going to give you that powderiness, Egyptian jasmine, lilac, lily of the valley, and the base of vanilla, malt, ambrette, which is muskmallow, white musk, sandalwood, and cedar. So you get like this vanilla musk woodiness with some powderiness, and you just smell, kind of just smell good, like a girl should, like sweet, powdery, kissable, huggable. This is a really safe thing to wear that is mass appealing. It's safe. The notes that are in here are benign enough that it's like, well, you just smell good kind of a thing. There's nothing to turn someone off. I think it's great for a first date. Don't do the things that I do where I get nicknames like 21 flavors because I come over to hang out for a barbecue after filming and I have literally 21 fragrances all over my body. Literally, it's not a good smell to go places. It's not. Anyway, this one is a great one. The next one, I think, I'm sorry, is discontinued, but it is a flanker and there are other flankers out there. So sit tight. It's crazy because it's also kind of new. And look, it matches me perfectly. Is Armani's C Fiore, which is this light pink one, which this color matches the fragrance so perfectly. The black, I always forget the name of the black one, and then Passione red are definitely more like nighttime kind of fragrances. But the original is another great one that's like a fruity, safe one. This one is my favorite if you can find it. And I got this like 70% off or something at Armani during one of their crazy sales. Now I understand they were trying to get rid of it. But anyway, it is by Julie Massey is the nose. And the top notes are black currant, which I really like, and green mandarin. Middle notes are neroli, rose, patchouli, and oak moss. Base notes, vanilla musk. Again, you're gonna see like this theme of like vanilla musk. I just happen to find really like flirty, easy to wear, with a little bit of fruit in there to sweeten things up. And it just gives that good flirty kind of vibe. This is a good one. And there's a lot of similarity to these so far. Next one is really old. I've had it forever. It is probably among the fragrance I've worn the most. I mean, right up there with Chanel No. 5 has been one of mine for decades. Samsara was one of my originals. This one I wore a lot. And I think I've like 3 bottles, 4 travel sizes, because I just wore it all the time. So it is my most complimented, but that makes sense because it's also my most worn through the years. And that is another like $30 fragrance, is Hanemore Butterfly. I've literally like walked through a warehouse picking out granite and marble palettes and had a guy in a forklift stop the forklift and yell down to me, "Oh my God, you smell so good." I kid you not, which is actually kind of cool, my age too. He's like, "It smells sweet, it smells good." And I was trying to remember what I was wearing. And of course, with this one, I had it mixed up with Hermes, but is this. And yeah, like literally stopped a forklift to say something. So apparently it has sillage, or he wouldn't have smelled it, because the guys just said they could smell me going through the warehouse, which was kind of cool. It is, let's see, Hanemore. This baby is from 1996, and you'll still find this kicking everywhere. You can find it like fragrancenet.com. I don't know if Fragrance Buy has it, but you can definitely find this at the discounters. And this one is by Bernard Elena's The Nose. And the top notes are strawberry, blueberry, black currant, blackberry, like total fruit bowl, like berries. Middle notes are ylang-ylang, jasmine, peony, and rose, in a base of almond tree, sandalwood, rosewood. I had one listed as Palisander rosewood and another is Brazilian rosewood, so I don't know. And then Virginia cedar. It's just so girly. It's so good. It's so fruity floral with, again, that musky, woody kind of base. The almond does not take over in this one, which I like. The almond is there, and it really just kind of sweetens it up and mixes in without being this piercing or prominent almond. It's definitely in the background. I mean, it's there, but it doesn't steal. It feels more like a vanilla than this piercing almond. It's really good. I'm telling you, it's like the cheapest, best perfume ever. But don't worry, I have some expensive ones. You know me. There's going to be some expensive ones. The next one, you know, I just hauled this one, and I've had a chance to wear it a little more, and I'm in love. I'm in love. The M. Mikolev, and it is the exclusive to Oswald, New York City. It is Pesh Crystal number 4. I'm like really loving this, especially this time of year. This one opens with lemon, lime, and raspberry in a heart of peach and jasmine. You know, jasmine can be very bewitching. In a base of coconut, vanilla, musk. Yum. I say it gives that vibe of ylang gold because that has ylang and that has musk and it has vanilla. But this one, you know, it also has that peach in there and it has that coconut in there. It's really what you get is peach, coconut, vanilla, musk, which is like heaven to me. This is perfect for this time of year. I think it's crazy that this, like, they came up with this amazing collaboration and it's not getting all that attention because this is phenomenal. I did see that Josie restocked on this, so that's kind of cool. I think I'm sure she'll do a discount code for Father's Day or something. So keep a lookout. She does 20% off pretty frequently. So keep a lookout on that because I think this is like, I don't know, maybe like 260, something like that. When you take 20% off, it's a really good chunk. It makes a difference. So just reach out to Josie. She's amazing over there. And I love this one. I'm so happy. Next one, I had samples and it finally just arrived. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I'll actually show you the packaging this time. So it is the Pierre de Valet in number 16. So this is what I want to show you is you have this like glossy cardboard and it will show the number up in this corner right here and then the color of the faceplate. But you open that to this box. They all have the same black lacquered box with no numbers. It's all the same box. But inside, you'll see this one has a white bottle. So it does say 16 at the top here. This one I really like. This one's very girly. Now I'll say I did not like the first spray. It's one of those like where the genie comes bursting out of the bottle and there's all this chaos and you're like, what in the world am I smelling? Holy cow. You have to wait 5 minutes and it goes through this wild roller coaster ride in those 5 minutes, but just sit tight and then it kind of settles down because it goes through this flower. What is it? Freesia? I always say freesia because I don't like freesia. It is, what, did I even write the notes? Good job, Greta. So this one, obviously, the nose is Roja Dove, and it is top notes of bergamot, lemon, and grapefruit, but I think it's that grapefruit that's bitter in there in that first, like, 1 minute or two. It just comes out really bitter, and you're like, what is this? And then you get bergamot, let me see, sorry. Then there's peach, lily of the valley, which can be a little like ho-hum to me sometimes, depending on the combo. Jasmine, ylang, rhubarb. You get that tart, like as soon as 5 minutes is up, you get this really tartness, but it's like sweet tarts kind of tart. It's not a sour tart like Delina goes sour tart with the rhubarb on me. This is like sweet tarts. It's a really good sweet, really good sour. And then violet and rose, so a little bit of that powderiness, and the rose comes in, which I think can be very smoothing, like smooths fragrances out a little bit. Base notes are vanilla, woody notes, orris, cedar, and galbanum. I sprayed it on my hand so I could like wait for this to like simmer down because it is a wild ride in that first 5 minutes. And then even the first 15 minutes, it changes. It goes from this bitter to that sweet tarts to all of a sudden now you get more floral, gets really girly, and then it starts to sweeten up. And now what I get is like rose. I get a little bit of a little bit of that sweet tart still. So it does give this like tart and sweet and rose floral. It's so hard to like pinpoint these Rajas. They're so hard. Let's see what I wrote here. I wrote, the first time I sprayed this, I wrote for the opening, nah. I was like, nah, not liking this. The mid, this is on my hand only like 15 minutes. The mid turns into like a jammy rose with peach and continues to get richer and sweeter to a powdery violet and orris root, and then to this indulgently sweet while mature and sophisticated. So it definitely goes through this like theme park with you. Like you go through a little bit of a ride and it's fun. It's really good. And I mean, if I could compare it to anything, I would say it could be a cousin to Delina because of the rhubarb and the rose. That's why. Just the way the rose is in this one, it is similar to the way Delina has in Delina exclusive, the way the rose is there. Now there's no oud or anything in here. So it's kind of like a cross between Delina and Delina exclusive, if you want to know. But you don't have as strong a vanilla in here. You get more of this rich, bright floral in here. It's really good. But it truly could be like a cousin to Delina. Okay, a better cousin. Okay. The next one I have here. The next one I have is by Louis Vuitton. You know I love the Louis Vuittons. There's only a few there that I like. There's three. Three that I like. I'm going to say Louis Vuitton Attrappe-Reves, which I only have the mini bottle, but literally looks just like Courbouton, but a little pinker. This one's really good too. Courbouton's another good one. That one gets a lot of crazy compliments too. So does this one. And the nose behind this is Jacques Cavalier. The top notes are lychee, ginger, bergamot, and middle notes of peony, cacao, and Turkish rose in a base of patchouli. Guys, my guy friends love this one. I like Courbouton better, but the guys like this one better. It's crazy. So, I don't know. You definitely get that patchouli base in here. This one's richer, a little more syrupier. Guys are funny. They really like sweet stuff. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, we got a couple more. Two more. The next one I wore before and I was like, holy cow, this is, I forgot how darn good this is by Initio. Inicio's High Frequency. This one is really good. I'm trying to spray these first when I spray them. Gosh, this one is 3 ingredients, but there's hedione, which is what this purple line is known for, is that hedione triggers the brain into the pleasure sensor. So you're just like, oh, I like that, I want that. And it creates desire. So it's, yeah, it's like this bewitching power, this thing. It has a hedione overdose, which is what you need, the overdose, which is by jasmine. That's how you create the hedione. It's from 2016, and it's hedione, magnolia, and almond. I love magnolia. You're gonna have like this intense jasmine is what the hedione is, and then the almond to sweeten it up. And it just creates this like bewitching kind of sweet floral smell. It's really good. Really, really good one. I enjoy this. I need to go back to Initio. I haven't been wearing Initio lately, so I want to go back to that. That's, again, a great date night fragrance, especially like a first date or second date where you want to like lure them in. It's a good pick. Really good pick. Okay. The last one is now just going a little more ladylike, is by Maison Lancôme, and it is the Magnolia Rose. I really enjoy this one. This one is a little more daytime-ish. It's definitely a little more classy, a little bit more prim, a little bit more like tea time. It's more like the quiet girl that's really pretty, and you notice her for her beauty, and she's beautiful, and it's like, gosh, she's so quiet over there. I kind of want to get to know her. That's this one. It is from 2019. It's one of the newer ones, and it's rose, magnolia, and white musk. I'll put you, oh, I don't want to spray that hand. I don't want to get anything on that poor hand. And it's just so pretty. I really love Magnolia. I just find Magnolia to be so elegant. Oh, it's so pretty. It's really an elegant one, but it's still like this quiet, flirtatious fragrance that I like. You know, it's when you want to be a little reserved, but kind of like flirting quietly, like that's this one. I like it. Okay, so that is my 10. There's so many that I could pick, you guys. It's so hard to pick 10, but those were the 10 that I pulled out, and totally going the gamut, $30 to $700, literally. So there's something in there for everyone. They're all really good ones, either classics that everyone has or something that people don't know about. If you want to have something newer and more unique, that they're like cool little secrets. Like, I'm surprised they're not cult favorites. I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Take care.